What up, everybody? I'm the G with a PhD, and you're tuned in to the Green Gorilla channel. What I want you to do is make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the thumbs up button and give me a like so I can stay motivated and so I can continue to build the channel so that I can provide you some real nice content. Real nice content. So today what I want to talk about and what I'd like to discuss is intersectionality and the impact, the tragic impact, one could argue, that this theory has on dealing with issues related to black men. I'm going to argue that intersectionality, a theory, has done more harm to black men than you could ever even imagine. Because what it does is it ignores the issues related to men. And in so doing, it harms the black community. So intersectionality is a concept, a theory. It's a critical theory that comes out of the Marxist tradition, in particular, the Frankfurt School. Maybe I'll do a video on that at some point, but right now I don't have the time to get into it. But just know the critical theory itself is genealogically tied to Marxism, to the Frankfurt School, and to contemporary academia. So this concept called intersectionality is used to describe the various ways in which institutions can be oppressive, and how these institutions are interwoven and can't be looked at. They can't be examined. They can't be approached apart from one another. So you're talking about racism, sexism, homophobia, transphobia, xenophobia, all kinds of phobias. You can talk about classism, ableism, and so on and so forth. But just know, it's a theory, a critical theory, that's used to try to interpret the ways in which these different phobias and these different isms are interlaced. They're interwoven and interconnected, and they can't be separated from one another. Now, this theory is a buzzword. This theory is very popular within academic circles. And the people who are adherents to it, the people who are the acolytes of the people who push it, are in love with it. They're in love with it. Now this term, this theory, this concept was basically coined by a black feminist and a faculty member of UCLA Law School called Kimberly Crenshaw. Now she introduced this theory in the late 80s and the early 90s in order to draw attention to black women's issues. Now what she said was that you can't really actually understand the experiences of black women solely in terms of looking at race. And you can't do so also by merely just looking at the issues related to their sex. So black women have two identities. They're black and they're women, so they suffer from double jeopardy. Meaning, they catch hell on both sides. They're doubly oppressed. You're doubly marginalized. Now just imagine that you add more intersections or more roads to the intersection. So not only can you be a black woman, you could be a black lesbian woman. Or you could be a blind black lesbian woman. Or you could be a poor blind black lesbian woman. Starting to get the picture? But the point about it is, if you add up oppression in this manner, and you start to pile on multiple interstices or points at which oppression meet, and you put women at the center of all of the oppression, then guess whose issues get neglected? You're damn right. Black men. And the startling point about it all is that black men and black boys are doing way worse than black women and girls. Yeah, I said it, and I mean it. If you start to look at every major index of well-being, you will find that black women are doing way better and black girls are doing way better in educational institutions. Black boys get siphoned off into the school to prison pipeline. Black girls get siphoned off into the school to the PhD pipeline. Black boys might find themselves in jail. Black girls, in all likelihood, will find themselves at a college near you. And another example, an index of well-being that one could consider is unarmed fatal shootings of black men in the street. Now it's funny though, because when the uprisings happened in Ferguson, Missouri, which by the way was initiated by black men primarily. Now there was some black girls out there, but primarily it was some black men who burned the fucking buildings down in Ferguson, Missouri, which created the attention about what was happening there. And then you get a group of motherfucking women, some intersectional feminists, who come in and they start promoting a fucking hashtag, Black Lives Matter. Now they didn't come in and say black boys or black men's life matter. They came in and said Black Lives Matter. And then after they left Ferguson, they came up with a website talking about LGBTQ issues. And I'm like, what the entire motherfucking fuck? How is it that you can come in when a black boy's outlined in chalk, dead on a city street, and then your main talking points is fucking LGBTQ shit? We talking about the life of Mike Brown, who you probably would, if you seen him, walk across the street. But you got the nerve to sit here and talk about how his life matters, but while a motherfucker was alive, his life wouldn't have mattered to you at all. So yeah, that's what I think about Black Lives Matter. And when it comes to incarceration, again, ain't no question, black men are dead last. We already talked about education. Black men, dead last. You want to talk about life expectancy? Yeah, you got it. Black men, dead last. So the problem is that you got feminism, which one could argue is the most successful social movement in the United States. And if you really talk about it and think about it, white feminism has had a disastrous impact. And black feminists who allied themselves with white feminists, they basically marginalize all the issues related to race that fall upon the backs of black men. But let me tell you, I'm no big fat expert on the women's movement, except for the fact that I have taken 3 graduate seminars in feminist philosophy. So yeah, I've read everything from Mary Wollstonecraft, who's a first wave feminist, all the way up to Kimberly Crenshaw. So yeah, I'm not in the women's movement, but I know what it is. And although the women's movement in general might marginalize black women, but the case can be made that black feminism marginalizes black men. All of this focus on women, women this, women that, and men are this, and men are that. But what about us? Yeah, what about us? You see, I'm beginning to believe that just like in a relationship on a microcosmic level, and you're in one, and you got a woman, and y'all arguing all the time, and all she's doing is soaking up all the emotional space, and she wants you to listen, and she continues to berate and deride you. And every time you get into it, she's got so much to say about all of your shortcomings, all of your failures, everything that you are doing wrong. And as soon as you say one little bitty motherfucking word, one word, to try to point out to her where she's fucking up, oh my God. How dare you say this about me? You don't love me. You don't appreciate me. You don't take my feelings into consideration. Well, goddamn, every time we talk, we talking about you and your fucking issues. But let me tell you, you ain't the only motherfucker that got issues. We all got issues. And it just so happens that y'all have had the mic macrocosmically for the past 60 fucking years. Don't you think it's time for you to shut your trap for a minute and to start letting other people express themselves and to get their issues out? Imagine a black woman is raped somewhere, and that women initiate a riot, and that cameras and CNN and MSNBC and Fox News and everybody comes running around to see what the hell is going on. And then a slogan is created. Believe her, me too. And then when all the smoke clears, there's a website created. And on the website, all you see is talking points related to black men and boys. Yeah. That would be some fuckery, wouldn't it? But it's the exact same thing that's happening today. I'm here to tell you right now, there is a crisis amongst black men and boys. And it's time for us to start speaking about our issues. And it's time for us to stop being marginalized. And it's time for us to stop ignoring our own concerns. Now, I'm not saying there's no room for women and what they have to deal with in relation to their double jeopardy, their triple jeopardy if they're gay, their quadruple jeopardy if they're blind, gay, black, and a woman. There's a place for that. But unfortunately, it seems like within their worldview, there's no place to talk about black male marginalization. And this shit here needs to stop. I'm got pissed off, man. I'm the G with a PhD. This is the Green Gorilla channel. I say.